know where the treats at.
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you made it here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We got to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfield.
This episode of Chief Concerns is brought to you by betonline.ag and Underdog Fantasy. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion. With the largest selection of odds on everything from NBA, college basketball, to the NHL and UFC, BetOnline continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every three-pointer to hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. BetOnline, the game starts here. Although the NFL season is done, there's still many games to be played between college basketball, NBA, NHL, and WNBA. There's always time to embrace your inner underdog. All you got to do is predict higher or lower on multiple different player statistics. If you've yet to download the Underdog app, do so now and get free cash. Click the link in the description or use promo code ChiefConcerns, one word, to claim your free pick and first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. So let's continue to keep the good vibes going into the spring season. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Chief Concerns. I'm Marcus Dash here at legendary Chiefs tight end Jason Dunn. JD, how are you doing, brother? Hey, look at those pythons.
Oh, man, I'm doing fine. I'm doing all right, man. Okay, I'm doing well, Marcus. So, as you know, been down to the hospital. My nephew had been in the hospital. We just want to thank you right now for everybody that's been on here, who has been praying to us and for us and holding us up. It means a lot. It means a lot. And so that's him right there, my nephew right there, Word. That's Chad Dunn, one of the toughest men I know. And that's a fact. There ain't no question about it. So, they had a little hiccup. And so we went down and took care of it. It's beautiful things. And hey, God is good. God is good. And so, yeah, he's on the mend. Thank you, Richie Hall, for that. And so it's good to see him right here on it. Got his energy and stuff back, man. And we out there, we rolling. We rolling back, man. So yeah, I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great.
That's good. Yeah, you had a lot. I know you came on the chat later on the show on Monday, but yeah, everyone sent all their good vibes and prayers you guys' way. And Chad is a tough son of a gun, so I know he's on the mend already.
Oh yeah, and all the good vibes and the prayers and stuff, man. We received them. So, and we looking out for us, our angels, the Heavenly Father. We all being looked out for, man, and we appreciate it. So this is part like if we talk about our family. That's why we come on here and we're able to do anything for anybody. We'll do it. And so part of that is, show them the burdens that we have for each other in our lives, the things that go on, because it's more than just football. This is life. And so life, man, just be lifing. And so our life is life, and man, we're gonna love each other while we live it. And so that's what it's all about, man. But so, man, I just want to say, man, what's up with you, man? How's it going? I seen a little bit of it. Like you said, I came on here on Monday, checked a little bit out. I couldn't get out here and actually talk about some of the things y'all were, having a conversation on the running backs and whatnot. But hey, man,
the running back show did all right. I mean, a lot of people were excited. I've seen a lot of comments saying, what about Quinshon Judkins? I was like, we talked about Quinshon Judkins 2 weeks ago, so go back to watch that video. But I try to make it clear before we start with the running backs, JD, that I was like, guys, my number one running back in this draft class is Quinshon Judkins. We're going to talk about other running backs tonight on the Monday show, but I just want to make it clear, Quinshon Judkins is my RB1. I like him more than I like Janty. I think career-wise, I think he's going to be the best RB1, RB that comes out of this class. That's my opinion. But, yeah, big Judkins guy.
Who's the number one?
Judkins, baby. Kid Juddy.
right. Hey, I got you. I got you. Hey, before we do all of that, man, let me be. I can't move past or further without acknowledging all the folks that decided to come in and come visit us today, man. Oh, that's a nice shirt. Like your shirt, Mark. What's say? Travis Kelsey.
The Eras tour.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
I don't have a Taylor Swift era shirt tour. I've got a Travis Kelsey era shirt tour. There you go.
Oh yeah. So first one on here, Buck and Bob's Take on Chiefs Kingdom podcast. Yo, I was actually before the show, I was actually talking to our good brother, Sean Barber, and Sean Barber's at a little function, and Buck and Bob was out there, man, and I was talking to him, and he told Shop, he said, man, when I go and I look for podcasts, talk about the Chiefs, he says this is a show that he goes to. He comes and checks us out, man. And I'm telling you right now, brother, how much that made me just feel, just knowing that people are engaging with us, but also getting a lot of, the information that we're putting out here, man. We're doing it all for you guys. And those, look, get a chance. Please go check them out. Buck and Bob's Take on Chiefs Kingdom podcast. I got a podcast out there. Hopefully, man, maybe one day we'll be able to get on there and do something, or maybe a collaboration.
Yeah,
man. And I tell you what, man, that was an absolute feel good moment to talk to him. My brother Shop, man, like you said, got us on FaceTime, so they're doing a good thing out there right now. So y'all guys, I know y'all on here. Love you guys. I appreciate it. Buck and Bob's, man, we're throwing you out there. Come on out there, man. We're going to come see you. So our Chiefs Concerned family, when I run it down, they're going to come check you out. So, of course, we got Hannah's on here. What's up, Hannah? Witchy Hall. Good to see you, Witchy. Thank you so much for that, Witchy. Thank you so much for the energy you pushed our way and whatnot. We was able to relish in all of it. Let me see. Neff is all here. Yep. Toughest man in the business, no doubt about it. Talking about running backs, he was a good one back in the day, man. Talking about Silky Smooth, it was him, but he had me opening up a lot of the hosts for him too. That helped.
That definitely helps.
Oh yeah, no, but honestly, man, he did a whole lot of himself, and people will tell you, his ability to cut on a dime and cut to the other side of the field, man. I was like, man, where did he get that at? I don't remember him having all of that when he was coming up. Sometimes people just born with it, but he's always had them thick thighs and Joker could squat, whatever, and vision. So we talk about vision out here a lot, man. That was one of the things he always gets on, vision of these running backs. So he's had that for sure. He's had that for sure. That's one thing he's got for him. G-Pick is on here. What's up, G-Pick? G-Pick's another one went through a little surgery, right?
Yeah, hip surgery, yep.
Good, man. G-Pick, how you feeling, man? So I'm just about full-time, no walking. It's only been just a week, man. Hey, good deal. I heard, I was talking to a guy actually the other night. He was talking about, man, you up and walking in like 10 days. Like, that's the way it should go. That's a beautiful thing, man. So you almost no walker. Like you said, about a week. You right on that 10-day cusp, G-Pick. Good to hear. Good to hear you up and at him, G-Pick. Keep it going, brother. Keep pushing it. Keep pushing it. Good to see you out of here, brother. Good to see you out here. Andrea. I say Andrea, but Andre Chanel. That's who it is, man. I keep saying it, but ma'am, good to see you. As always, you're going through your thing, been holding you up too. All the things you've been doing. Linda Hunter, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, sweetie. Gary Holland, my guy, what's going on, man? Good to see you as well. Let's see, Sasha. Oh, strong work, Chad. Sasha's in here. Sasha lives here in Kentucky. I think, Sasha, because she's always talking about being, and she knows about the states. I'm like, yeah, you got to be from Kentucky. So Sasha's here. So I know she's part of this bluegrass and all of those different things. So, hey, it's that time, man. When is the springtime is coming in the air. Amber Brown is in the house. What's up, Amber Brown? Ooh, Amber Brown. Amber Brown, I know you got something, man, on your mind. I knew you got something on your mind, Amber Brown. You will never get through a episode without having a question. Something on your mind, brother. I know you got something for us. So holler at us. Please put something together. Let me see who else we got in here. Oh, Buck and Bob, appreciate you, guy. Appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, the contribution, man. Thank you so much. Stu. I my brother Stu. So Stu, he said, I'm in the hospital right now down here in Clearwater, Florida, listening to Chiefs concerns. Well, Stu, my brother, one of my oldest friends right there, this is here to cheer you up. I know you're a tough guy as well. So, hey, go on, get it together, brother. Get on up out that hospital. I know you're gonna be there. So this right here is gonna build you up. We was talking about going down. I was gonna go down for spring training. They do a lot of spring training down there for the Phillies, Yankees, and whatnot in Clearwater. I think Yankees is in Tampa. So Stu will probably tell you about that. But they got like several teams I think came down, but didn't get to do it. But hopefully you'll be able to get down there soon, Stu. But we're gonna keep holding you up, man. Keep praying for you, my brother. So hey, keep churning, keep swinging. You know how we do, Stu. You know what it is.
Sending love to you, Stu. You got some people in the chat saying some stuff as well.
Yes, sir. Hey,
wish you all Stu's turn for the CC fam love. There you go, buddy.
Yes, sir. Stu's kind of, I met Stu when I was up in Jersey playing for Philly, and he's kind of he's transplanted himself down there in Clearwater. He's come somewhat of a Tampa fan. I'm not really sitting easy with that, Stu. I know he still goes back with his Eagles, but he'll start talking about it because Stu likes doing that, messing with it when he starts talking about Tampa Bay. And Stu, your guy over here, Marcus, right? He likes Baker Mayfield. Okay, I think Mayfield. Yeah,
we like the Bake Show. We like the Bake Show.
Like the Bake Show, yeah. But I think Stu was more so a little bit more privy. He likes Tom Brady a little bit more. I think he likes that kind of Tampa Bay. You know what I mean? So I don't know how he likes about Baker.
So he's a bandwagon. So what you're saying, he's a bandwagon Buccaneers fan. He only became a Buccaneers fan because of Brady. For 2 years he was there.
I like that. Yeah, bandwagon. So you heard it there first, Stu. Bandwagon. Are you bandwagon? Tampa Bay fan? Glad to see.
He should be a Sean King or a Brad Johnson fan if he's going to be a Buccaneers fan. No matter how long he's been down there for, but
he's been there for a while. He's been there for a minute. So all during that time, the Super Bowls, all that. So he's definitely been there for that time.
Chris Sims, maybe.
Chris Sims. It's been a while. So he's seen it all. When Gruden and them bought them the first Super Bowl and all those different things.
Mm-hmm.
But Sarah is in the house. I've always said that already. DeMonte Green Beans, my brother. What's up, DeMonte Green Beans? DeMonte got something on this for us too, man. He said, my legs are tore up from airborne jumps. Okay, little workout is what you're doing. So what is the airborne jumps, man? You gotta kind of explain it to us how you do that. Never heard those before. So maybe coming down and just jumping up. Is that what it is? Sure, I don't know. DeMonte, man, put me on to something, man. I'm trying to get my sexy back. I was just talking about that the other day. I was like, back into my work, my routines, get my workouts back in, trying to get this summer body ready. So, you already said I was over showing a little bit of the guns and stuff. So I'm getting back there. So military. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. GB said, we all in the damn hospital. Damn. Hey, listen. Damn, got it. I tell you what. Hey, all the ones that's sitting over in the hospital right now, I know if anybody going to be able to get through this, it's all of you all. Look, y'all one of the toughest SOBs out here with Marcus, what we said, right? So we ain't got no doubt about who you are. We know what y'all have about y'all. So, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. So, up and at 'em, man. The weather's breaking. So springtime's here. So y'all just go ahead and get y'all re-up. Y'all little like oil change. That's what it is. The whole spring cleaning.
Yep.
We get out there. That's what's going on. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is, brother. So y'all gonna be all right. Everybody gonna be okay, man. We're gonna hold each other up, man. We're praying for each and every one of y'all that's there. So y'all gonna get through it. So
Andre Chanel, I just celebrated 100-pound weight loss. There you go. Congratulations, Andre. That's awesome.
Hey, that's all right. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. I like seeing things like that. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, man. Little things like that, man, motivating each other. When we hear like victories that people have, it's perfect. That's what we should do. We should celebrate all those things, because that's what it takes. That's what it takes. always say it, man. Marcus, look, success is not ever built in a vacuum. It takes other people around you and other people that support you and talk about these things. And as people should be, we should be celebrating each other's victories. We should be holding each other up on these things. So that's important, man. That's important. And Buck and Bob said that I'm going to get a crack tooth pulled tomorrow. Not the same at all. Hey, man, that's still something. That's still something. So we know you're going to be able to get through that all the way through, man. I hate the dentist. Can't stand the dentist. If anything, I'm like, man, give me anything like that, man. But the dentist, oh my gosh, that's something else. That's something else. So dental industry can lead to much work. That's true. That's absolutely true. My wife, she works in healthcare, and you talk all the time that sometimes, dental issues can lead to heart conditions and all those different things. And so, sometimes we don't take care of them like we should and put them on the back burner. But Richie is absolutely right. Spot on. So glad you're taking care of my brother. So y'all was talking about y'all teeth, you and Sean, S. Dot. So propping each other up. Good, my brother. That's good. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. Keep doing that. So this is what the airborne is. Flutter kicks until you puke. Good training. Painful, but works. Okay.
That's pretty intense. That's pretty intense.
Intense, man. Supposed to be hard.
I mean, flutter kicks till failure is one thing, but flutter kicks till you puke is a different animal.
I ain't doing that. Well, flutter kick, man, until I can't get my legs up anymore. But till you puke, I get it though. I understand the intensity of where it's supposed to be. So, yeah. Hey, it's all good. It's all good, man. Keep that, DeMonte. Keep that going, brother. Shoot, and Andre had lost 100 pounds. Y'all keep the good stuff going. Let's keep it all going, man.
Yeah.
Oh, see, Andre said, "Yeah, I almost lost my daughter to a tooth infection." That's real.
That's a serious thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So,
and Stu, not forget what Stu said. Stu said Baker will get the Bucs there soon. He's talking about the Super Bowl. Let's not bury the lead here, JD.
yeah. Wasted money. That's all right. It's all good, man. Look, I tell you what, let's get into some of this, talk about a little bit Chief things that's going on. A few good time conversations that we're having, man. So all the people that's dealing with issues and whatnot, we're going to bring everybody back up, okay? Talking about the Chiefs a little bit. So it's either we're going to raise your spirits, we're going to raise your blood pressure. I don't know what's going to be. So what do you think, Marcus? What we talking about tonight, baby?
I think the offseason is the only time where our blood pressure is not going up. It's not like a up and down roller coaster of a Chiefs game like they usually are. But all good topics tonight. All fun, good topics. So we'll begin with our first topic. So since our last show, the Chiefs have not given up on free agency. The Chiefs have brought back Charles Omenihu, re-signed, sealed, delivered. He's ours. After an offseason of tweets, deleted tweets, and rumors of Omenihu wanting back in Kansas City, the Chiefs have finally signed veteran defensive lineman JD's guy, who JD spoke to him this year on the sideline during one of the games, to a 1-year deal worth up to $7 million. So pretty much a fully incentivized deal for a guy who, thinks he's one of the best out there. So JD, kind of get right into it. When you saw this deal come in the other day, this is going to be the first year that Omenihu will play from the get-go, from right at the jump. No suspension, no returning from an ACL injury. He's going to be all in from the get-go. And a guy who's on a fully incentivized deal is going to play from week 1, hopefully till the full season. I think he might have a huge year. But what kind of year do you expect from Charles Omenihu, especially when you look at the kind of deal? Because this is when you players talk about betting on themselves, this is that deal.
Yeah, absolutely. For him, the frustration comes in when a guy is doing everything he's doing out there on the football field and gets hurt while he's doing that. Obviously, the job that sometimes seems like it's unsung. Guys want to be recognized and get paid, and Charles is one of the guys for us. When he first got here, his first year, man, he had a monster year. Missed 6 games, but when he came in, you could tell the difference with his presence. And so I get it. Played exceptional up until he got to the Super Bowl where he wasn't able and ended up tearing his ACL, which is just unfortunate because he would have played against his old team, obviously. But pushed on to come out to this past year. Did everything to get back. Ended up coming back, showed his dedication. And when I talked to him out there on the field, man, I could tell he was hungry. You could feel it. You could feel the passion. You could see it in his eyes, man. He just wanted it. And so the Chiefs and others are just sitting there saying, hey, man, wait, just take your time. You're not quite there yet. And so we want to reward you once we know that you're going to be able to last. It's longevity. Obviously, if you don't have a rich, history of injury, which he doesn't. He doesn't have a long injury history. He told me that's the only time he's been hurt. That was it. And it was unfortunate because if he hadn't gotten hurt, he still had been playing. He played, what he was last year, man, he probably would have got a big contract. And so he has to go back on another prove-it year. But this, for me, without a doubt, man, was a great signing. I think Charles Omenihu was the guy that we needed. He brings a lot to the table. He brings a lot to the team. He brings a lot to the defense, a lot of energy, just a lot of, just his passion of just playing football. And so this is something that we're very fortunate to get him back. And like you said, Marcus, we're going to have him for the entire year. Now he can go ahead and get healthy. Now he needs to get to where he needs to be. And then when he has a chance to compete and go out there and show what he can do, hey, man, this is the perfect opportunity for him. Perfect opportunity. So this is this is a good thing. This is a really good thing for us and him. So
were you surprised? I know when we did our kind of previewing the free agents, like before the offseason began, we talked about Omenihu's number as far as what he could make in the open market. And I think we both thought he was going to get paid a lot more just based on, his versatility. He's healthy. I think we both thought he was going to get paid a lot. And the fact there was no traction on him, we never heard any rumors. He tweeted that he was, excited to finally experience the free agency to its fullest. And then, they deleted the tweet, then, said some other stuff, deleted that tweet. But the fact that 1 year up to $7 million, I mean, he didn't even get the $7 million exactly. And obviously, we hope that he gets the full $7 million because I think he will dominate this year. But, were you surprised by that contract and the lack of interest around the league for him?
You know what? And everybody's making pretty much the point. They're using the injury against him. I mean, that's what they do. And so, obviously, in business, you're going to try to use every advantage you possibly can not to pay a guy or a person or a company, whatever it may be. And the Chiefs are no different. And so for them, they were sitting there saying, yeah, we like you. We want you to be here. But, how is the knee actually going to be doing? Are you going to regress? What are we actually going to see? And so what they allowed him to do is once it became basically, him maybe to hit the market, maybe he wasn't getting the bites he wanted.
JD? I don't know if I froze or JD froze. Can someone say something in the chat so I know what's going on? I think we lost JD. Lagged out. Yeah. Okay. So it's JD. Yeah, JD froze. Okay. I just want to make sure because sometimes it's my side of things. Yeah. So JD is gone for now. He'll be coming back here in a second. But yeah, I mean, Charles Omenihu, again, this is a good deal. I'm seeing some comments here. I'll go to the comments while JD comes back. This is a good point. Buck and Bob, the fact that the draft has so many defensive lineman prospects probably hurt as well. That's a big key to this whole thing. It's this draft stocked up in edge rushers and D tackles. And, a guy who plays both, the guy who's also, may not have injury history, but he has the ACL from 2 years ago. Still kind of coming back from that. Okay, JD is back. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, what happened?
You froze.
Oh, yeah, it just like bleep, just went out on me. I'm just like, all right. So, yeah, so let me finish up what I was saying. Okay. But But we know that's what teams are going to do. They're going to use it against you, and so it's a bargaining tool. That's it. It's a bargaining tool. No player likes it. No player likes it. But sometimes you just got to take it and understand it. Like, okay, I understand it's not going to be fair. I got to deal with this one more time. Let me go ahead and do this so I can get paid. I've been in those situations before, and so it's are you injured? Okay, you are injured. How much are we going to pay you from this? Are you going to, is this going to something that's going to be reoccurring? But I don't like it. But I'm glad that he's coming back because he gets to come back with a vengeance. And I think with a team that he's actually, he prefers to be on. So yeah. So JD, you might have to move to Starlink for residential. Absolutely not. Wow. Yeah, we got some good old reliable stuff here, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know if a glitch and somebody pulled a cord on me. I don't know what it is.
We might have to go to the Signal app to do the live stream this show. Seeing a comment here, I had it up earlier, Buck and Bob. I thought that was a good point from Buck and Bob. Also, the fact that the draft has so many defensive lineman prospects probably hurt as well. It's chock full of DN prospects, edge rushers, and D tackles in this draft class, JD. And we talk about how we kind of want to look at the DT aspect of things, but there's many teams who look at the edges and they're like, you know what, we don't have to spend big money on an edge rusher. We can get a cost control young guy, have him for 4 years, and just do that. That definitely hurt. When we talk about the running backs who are available in free agency, there's still a lot of decent ones still out there, and a lot of them haven't been signed yet because this draft class is really good with running backs. So that's hurting a lot of the veterans. And we kind of mentioned that earlier on in the offseason that was going to hurt some veterans.
Well, and the reality is, though, I get that part. I've always said this: the more money you make, the more you become expendable. No question about it. That's how it works. But the difference is you don't quite know what you're going to get in the draft. You don't know what a guy's going to turn into. And so you had to think about different guys that we've drafted before that didn't quite work out, right? Hopefully it's none of that. Hopefully that doesn't, that happens to be the case. But it does happen. It does happen. Guys hadn't been what we thought it was going to be. FAU, for instance, right? We were thinking FAU was, and it's still early. Okay, so everybody out here don't get all upset and oh my God, FAU. Look, FAU still got some time to show what he can do, and he's made strides. He has gotten better, and so what we're looking for is one of those breakout years that he figures everything out. And so, but Charles Omenihu, we know what we got in Charles. His versatility is something that we do covet. Somebody that we do find valuable. That he can move from down for his defensive tackle to defensive end. He could sit back and he could cover. We seen him cover guys also too in zone. But a young guy coming in, he still might have to be groomed. Still don't know what we're going to get out of it. So this is it's one of those things that's a crapshoot, Marcus. But with $7 million up to $7 million, I think for a veteran that has been productive, I think it's worth it. So.
Yeah, as far as FAU, I think I will say I think the clock is kind of ticking on him, and I think we talk about this D-line prospect draft. We probably will draft maybe a DT and a D end. We both agree it will be a DT for sure, but FAU we need to see something soon. The clock is ticking. It's not expired yet, but the clock is ticking on FAU.
Well, it is. So I'm gonna say this, okay. Because when I was looking over some of my film over all these defensive tackles, I started doing a deep dive on a lot of these guys that's being drafted. Okay, I had a chance to do some of that a little bit last night, and I started wondering. I'm like, okay, are we wrong on some of these guys that we drafted? And so how they show on YouTube these guys highlights and all these different. Right, the highlights is everybody's best plays, and then and so I started looking around, and these defensive tackles, these defensive ends, that all these scouts and these analysts and these draft trackers and all of these professionals doing it, they're making decisions based off measurement, how they played. But you got to take it. There's a lot of different things that you had to take into account too. The competition you played against, Who was he actually going after? When I start seeing a guy, and I'll say this, when I see a guy dominating like maybe just one game, I'm like, okay, this is your highlight. So he's going against the Sister Marys of the poor, okay, who's taking international finance that he's going against. This guy, he ain't going to the NFL. This guy just happened to be on the team, and he's out there getting reps. And this guy's getting his tail kicked by this guy. Well, it looks great. It looks like he should be a first-round pick, but maybe he isn't. Maybe Tyler doesn't necessarily want being a high draft pick, okay? So that takes into consideration. So the reason I say that is I went back and I looked at FAU's highlight reel. Looked at all the stuff they put on. Everybody got like 5 different highlight reels, best plays and stuff in college. And, man, FAU looked like a real deal. I'm not a Kansas State fan. I didn't watch him in college as much. Yeah, and I told you, I'm not really a college football fan. Okay, if everybody know this, I'm not really a college football fan. So many teams out there, and I just know I'm more on the skill level when I watch it on the NFL. So that's kind of where I'm at. And also being a coach is a little bit different. When I coached in college, so everything he showed in college, I'm just like, man, this should translate it easily to the NFL. Easily. Whooping guys like Wanye Morris and all those guys we were sitting there that we have on our team. And so when we're looking at him now, I'm trying to figure out, what is it? Is it our defensive scheme? Maybe. Is it something that he's just not able to produce like he did in college? What is it that's slowing him down? And when I'm just looking at him, I'm like, man, this doesn't make any sense. Where he is now, the amount of years he's had, he should be able to make an impact, okay? Now, I'll say this. He has gotten better. And sometimes it is figuring things out. And it is like, look, I get you might be somebody from Oklahoma in college. But when you get here and you got to go against a Larry Tunsil and somebody like that, it's a little bit different guy. I'm serious. And so I want everybody to understand this about the skill set and the talent that's in the NFL. It's just a whole different level, and people need to understand that. And so we see all the time, all guy runs, a 4-5. He looks great against, the Keyshawn Junkins is running through the whole defense and stuff like that. That's what you mark it like. But the thing is, will these things translate to the NFL? There's a guy that I like. Running back, okay? Ollie Gordon. I like Ollie Gordon a lot. Okay, 6'2", 225, 230 pounds. Animal, absolute animal. I heard y'all talking about somebody look like Larry Johnson. He reminds me more of Larry Johnson than anybody else, okay? And I'm talking about his speed and whatnot and what he did last year compared to this past year. And I said it comes into context because maybe the line wasn't as great as it was his sophomore and junior year. Well, now when teams are keying on him, running the football, he's not as productive. But going to my point that I'm making is this, that sometimes some of these guys that's coming into the league, you don't quite know what you're going to get. You have first rounders all the time. That's why you see teams now still looking for quarterbacks. There's quarterbacks on there. Who's it? J.J. McCarthy. He's like, they didn't tell me I was going to be. They didn't give me the job yet. Well, you're supposed to take the job. It's supposed to be yours. Nobody has to hand that to you. You're a first-round pick for a reason. You was a high pick for a reason. Why? Because they said you was a man. And so what you have to do is you got to embrace it. You got to take it by storm. Same thing like Xavier Worthy. I don't care what you say, Marcus. 4.3 is 4.3 anywhere you go. 4.2, whatever it is he ran. Okay? Can you play within the NFL offense, be NFL defenders, cornerbacks, and all of those that you see on Sunday? Is the key. That's the question. He was able to show it. I'm thinking FAU should be able to show that right now. We've seen George Kalafis come and do it. So we see other guys been able to do it on the offensive side of the ball. FAU might just need a little bit more time. You might just need a little bit more time. Same thing we're going to talking about Sky Moore. Everybody hates when I bring up Sky Moore. Sky Moore looks great running routes and stuff right now. He's had some bad issues with drops or maybe, route running, whatever it may be, okay? Injuries too. Hopefully this is his breakout year that he figures it out. It may take some guys longer than others. But in the meantime, what you do is you go get a Hollywood Brown to get up to $11 million or whatever his thing was, right? You go get a Juju Smith-Schuster while you're here because you're still waiting on for a guy to figure it out. You go get Charles Omenihu. You go sign another Mike Pennel back you go get we just got the
Tillery.
Just getting Tillery here because guys are still trying to figure it out. And so what I know is this: you still lean on veterans because veterans have shown they can play against this type of competition because it's necessary. It's necessary, and it's necessary for them to show the way. So, all right.
And then you draft young guys to push you because if you're not getting the job done, someone's going to take your spot.
They're going to take your spot. That's the way it works. And I'm telling you, what gives a guy more incentive than anything else is try to take food off their table. You watch how things happen. You watch how a guy turns into a different dude all the way around. Now, he's either going to sink or swim. That's the way it works. That's how it goes in the NFL. And so it's all about production, baby. It's all about production. Please, JD, let Shy Moore go. Please. No, I'm not going to do it, the barbershop. I'm not going to do it. Not right now. Not while he's on our squad. We still got him here. I still got hope for it. Okay? I'm an optimistic guy. Okay? I know his pain. I know his battle. And I said this before. I've been there. I was, I call myself a high pick, second round pick with Philadelphia. Had 2 knee injuries. It hurt me a lot. And so I had to regulate to being a blocking tight end because I wasn't that guy anymore where I could stretch the field. Now, I can still catch the football. But one thing I know how to do, if I had to run down that field, I could always put these meat hooks on a joker. I knew that, okay? Strong as an ox, okay? More durable than a bull. Powerful. I'm telling you, that was my forte. If I got my hands on you, then we're going to have us an issue. So, but I'm still pulling for him, Shop. Come on, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I think the point you made is great. It's like you're not giving up on him, but you're making sure you get a lot of guys who are, if he doesn't, this year 4, he doesn't, make that stride. Well, that's fine because we have Hollywood Brown and we have Juju. If Sky Moore's not going to be that guy. So,
yeah. So Richie Hall said, I get that, JD. I remember being so upset with Trav because he just could not hold on to the ball. That's, you know what, Richie? That's the reality. I know another guy that went through that. His name was Tony Gonzalez. So we're talking about the best tight ends that ever played a game. Tony had the drops. He was sitting there saying he was a bust. And all he did is he went back to work. That's what he did. And he had to prove to himself, not just the fans, but to himself as well, that he is able to do this job. Because sometimes it takes you just got to prove yourself that. You're going to get all the boos and stuff out there, man. I'm so thankful. And that we didn't have social media when I played. Okay? Played up in Philly was bad in itself, all right? Because you hear on radio, you couldn't miss it. You couldn't miss it. But now, dude, them jokers is on your neck everywhere you go. It don't matter. So, and you let those things in, that's even worse. It's even worse. But Tony went to work. Now all of a sudden, you see him all time, greatest ever, right? Travis Kelce, like you said, now right there in the talk of the GOAT, right? Everybody's talking about Tony. Well, we had the 2 best, greatest tight ends ever to play the game that had the dropsies and had a problem and an issue. But they went to work to change all of that. So, Kenny Flynn, what's up for sure, JD? Yes, sir, my brother. So, yeah.
Moral of the story, give these guys some time, even though if we do think, some of these guys, that time is expiring on some of them, FAU. But give them some time. All right, JD, you mentioned Mike Pennel when you were talking earlier about, veterans in the room. So the Chiefs didn't stop there by only bringing Omenihu back. They brought back our guy Mike the Beast Pennel back as well. Chris Jones had reportedly gone to bat for Pennel back in the day, a couple of years ago, to bring him back on the team. We went the year we beat the Niners in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. And then apparently this offseason he went to bat as well to bring back Charles Omenihu. So the Chiefs doing right by Chris Jones by bringing back both his guys. Obviously, Pennel's a depth piece, a rotational guy, JD, which probably won't stop us from adding a young, badass defensive tackle, which we want in this draft, which is the draft to do that in. But nonetheless, they brought him back. Turk left, Nadi's gone, but Pennel is back, so that's great. We got the vet. But I've seen some, I've seen some Chief fans. I'm gonna say a lot of Chief fans, but I saw a lot of Chief fans or some Chief fans say that they were kind of upset by this. They wanted to go clean slate with the young guys on the DT aspect of things to kind of go. And again, I'm all for. I want us to draft defensive tackle. I want us to get the two badasses in this draft. But Mike Pennel, and I know people, there's a lot of box score watchers. They don't actually watch the game. They look at stats, and they think stats are indicative of everything. Yeah. But, JD, I want you to kind of talk about, because, like you said, when you went from Philly to Kansas City, you went to Kansas City, you were mostly the blocking tight end, right? So there's really not stats on that. The stats you do have on that is look at the guys in the backfield. That's what I helped do that. Now, a guy like Mike Pennel, he's not going to get 10 tackles a game. He's not really going to showcase, 3 sacks a game. He's not going to showcase those kind of skills. But what does Mike Pennel do that's so important to what we do on defense, and why he's such a big key to bring back, not only for the veteran aspect and being the leader in the defensive tackle room, but what is he bringing to the game that a lot of people are kind of missing the boat here?
I think what a lot of people are just missing is his character, his attitude, actually his run stopping ability. Having a veteran presence on the line to fulfill for young guys to be a little bit more comfortable in some of the things they're doing. When you have a solid guy, and I'll say Mike Pennel, okay, when he first got here to us, he was still trying to fit into what we do scheme-wise and whatnot. And I say this past year was probably one of his best years he's had here with the Chiefs. There's no question about it. I was very impressed with Mike Pennel this past year. Very impressed. And all he's done is gotten better. I always say this, Mike Pennel's got the biggest arms on the Chiefs defensive line shooter, probably in the league right now. But that joker can play some ball. He can. You're right. Mike Pennel's not going to get you 5 sacks. He's not. He's not going to have a ton of tackles. But Mike Pennel does exactly what we ask him to do. What is that, JD? He takes on double teams. He makes sure guys are not doubling up on Chris Jones. He makes sure the guard and the centers not coming up on Nick Bolton. He makes sure that Drew Tranquil and those guys' jerseys stay somewhat clean. Mike Pennel is an absolute man right there in the middle. He is. And guess what? Those things may not show up on his own personal stat sheet, but everybody else around him, they all benefit off of Mike Pennel, what he does. They all benefit off them big old pythons he got on the defensive line. Mike Pennel makes everybody else's job around him easier. And that's what they love. And so I sent you a video. I don't know if you got it or not. You probably downloaded it and stuff. But I wanted to kind of capture a little bit about who Mike Pennel is, okay? Because everybody don't get to know who guys are as much because we have the helmets and, all those different things on. And then, of course, it's like, oh, man, I don't know who a guy is. Well, Mike Pennel is one of those guys that I think everybody has an affinity for. They really do. When I sit there and people joke and they talk, man, they mic a guy up. Why would you mic up a guy up that doesn't bring nothing to the table? And so it tells me there's a reason they mic a guy like Mike Pennel up, because he means enough to the team. That's why. And so he's our guy. That's where he is. He's our guy. So where he was floating around before, he came here to the Chiefs and he found a niche with things we need, and we utilized it. And so getting Mike Pennel here for another year, Marcus, beautiful thing. Absolute beautiful thing. Mariano said, just ask Trent Williams. Remember he just took Trent and knocked him right down on his derriere? That's Mike Pennel. That's grown man right there, baby. That's what that is. And so we could talk about stats and everybody, like you said, sometimes they try to do indication about who a guy is. I think we just need to dispel some of that because of what else he brings to the table. Sometimes it just don't show up on the stat sheet. But guess what it does show up on? It shows up in the film sessions. It shows up to your teammates. Everybody knows what you do. Everybody knows what you do, and they appreciate it. They appreciate it. So,
yeah, I have the video. I can pull it up right now.
Okay. This is a good one.
Where y'all get the gumbo from? Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm okay. I'm gonna get both. I'm okay. Okay. I like what y'all got going on there. What's good, man?
It's a trend, man. It's gumbo on this thing, but it's not right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know where he from. I'm gonna be honest with everybody. Food's a lot better this year. I don't know if it's because of where we're at, but the food's way better.
Like gumbo pie?
It is. I'm not gonna lie. Like, food here has been insane.
You know about you ain't eating them.
I just tried it a little bit.
That Greek food?
Not having no Greek food.
I was asking the question. That's all it was, George. We know he gonna eat some lamb. Hey, hold up. Ooh, hold up. Yeah. I want some beignets, bro. I just want to try one.
Is that burger?
Nah.
Why they have them?
They got like that king cake still. Hold on, let me get a pic too. All right, we in there. Hey, let's go get one with Spags. Excuse me. Oh, they got a different section over here. I didn't know there was different food. Short ribs? I mean, I can't turn it down, man. Everything good here. I haven't had a bad meal since I got here. Oh my God. That was good. Wait, it's a video though, it's a video. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, it's a video. Michael Dana, representing Cranbrook. Isn't that the high school you went to? Did Mike Dana tell you that he went to Cranbrook and wore a collared polo in middle school? He tell you guys that? Yeah, charter school. So you didn't wear polos in middle school or high school?
Warren Dillon South.
Okay, respect. Shout out Warren Dillon South.
State champion in high school, you know.
Okay.
State cool history, you know.
I respect that. Yeah. I respect Cranbrook as well. We get a picture? George, why your hands smell like feta cheese? Hey, George, like, you play all day.
I'm here hot, bro.
No, they got beef short rib over there. That's fire. You hungry again?
Oh, yes.
I know it's not your normal diet, but it's a team.
Oh, this my normal diet. Yeah, I don't know about them, but I eat like this. Yeah, you don't get a body like this from salad. I don't protein shake, none of that. I'm here with this. Yeah, appreciate y'all. You gotta try that short rib, gang. Go ahead, try the short rib. Treat yourself. Yeah. This is your third. This is my fourth. Crazy. This is a real one right here. 2.9. You know what I mean? That boy. And I know what you about to do.
I'm trying to eat gumbo.
Oh my God. You gotta eat crazy on them in New Orleans. Yeah.
Oh, Cream needs to be staying away from the gumbo. That's the one he needs to be staying away from the gumbo.
Yeah. We was talking about Cream eating all those the broth and stuff up there, man, and up in Cleveland and stuff. So, but that just shows you right there, man, that Mike Pennel is he's a man of the people. That's what he is. And when you have guys like that on the team that not only just deals with his D line and the defensive ends and whatnot, he goes. Xavier Worthy, Kareem Hunt, talks to everybody. And everybody's talking to him. Everybody's having a good time with him. And it's hard to buy that. It really is, Marcus, especially on a football team in the NFL. You have some guys that just stay with their own group, which is fine. You know, guys don't mind that. But there's other guys that do venture out, that when he talks, people listen. And that's who Mike Pennel is on the Chiefs. He's earned that. This is his 11th year. Man, when you have a guy that's been places, who's done a lot of different things, seen a lot of different things, that's invaluable. It's invaluable to have a guy like that. So, yeah, if we decide to go get a young defensive tackle and defensive end, which I think we will, having a Mike Pennel there to show him the ropes is going to be helpful about how you carry yourself in the league. What to do, what you say, how to say it, how do you act in the meeting rooms, how do you act around the players. He'll make everybody feel comfortable. That's what you want. You got a guy like that. I appreciated guys like that when I got in the league, and I guarantee guys that's there now appreciate a guy like him. So the Chiefs seen that, and they just couldn't let something like that go. And so they like, hey, man, Mike, you want to go another game on this thing? We're right there with you, man. We'd love to have you. And so I'm glad we got him back. I'm glad he got him back right there in the middle, because he means so much more to us than some of the stats that people look at. He's much more than that.
Yeah, and beyond that, what he does in the run game, with this video kind of shows you kind of everything you just said. Good vibes guy. I mean, he seems like a fun guy to be around. You got to love that. A veteran and a good vibes guy. That's amazing.
Yeah. You watch guys walk around with scowls on their face, and all they want to talk and stuff. He don't seem like that type of dude. He's a fun-loving, type of guy, jokester. You see, man, he's messing with everybody. He's messing with everybody, man.
He was fond of the short ribs, I'll tell you that much. He kept mentioning the short ribs multiple times.
Short ribs are good. I love it. Hey, man, I don't eat like him other guys. You don't get like this eating a salad. So,
yeah. You can see that in his body. But good to see everybody in the chat. Very happy about Mike Pennel being back. So no party poopers in the chat. So you got to love that. Love that.
Yeah, locker room gold. That's right. Seemed like a ball of fun. That's no question about it.
Yep. So good that Pennel is back. The beast is back.
Yes,
so
sir.
JD, so now we're going to move on to the rumor that came out today, and that was spearheaded by our guy P-Mac, Philip Magruder, who you've been on. You've done his show I think once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
He messaged out.
I haven't been on a new show, but I'm gonna get on this new show. Yeah.
Okay.
P-Mac's my guy. That's my guy right there, man.
Yeah, love P-Mac. Gotta love him. So he messaged Albert Breer on Albert Breer's weekly mailbag this week, asking kind of more insight on the Chiefs' plans for the draft. And Albert Breer, big-time NFL insider, has been around the league for a while. He had this to say to P-Mac. This is P-Mac. Hey, Albert, with the Chiefs' number 31 pick, they can choose the best available player. Which position, running back, OT, or DT, do you think they'll select, and which player should fans watch? P-Mac, I'd say if they had their druthers at offensive tackle, maybe a guy such as Connerly or Simmons slips to them, and now they throw him in the mix with incoming left tackle Jalen Moore and up-and-down veteran right tackle Juwan Taylor. Well, that's projecting a lot. It's more likely that the best quality of players available, defensive tackle or running back, though, based on the strength of the draft class. At the former Michigan's Kenneth Grant, Oregon's Derek Harmon, or Ole Miss Walter Nolan, we love all those guys, would all represent really good value at 31. At the latter, assuming Boise State's Ashton Jeanty and North Carolina Omarion Hampton are gone, Ohio State's Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins, and Iowa's Caleb Johnson could be options. The idea of Henderson is in KC is pretty enticing. So I see this, he talks about Connerly and Simmons kind of standing out. And then I kind of take that into account with what I've seen that the Chiefs have kind of their pre-draft, which you sent me this earlier, JD. They've been doing their due diligence on tackles. And I thought we kind of talked, it was either Simmons or not really anybody else, but it seems like they're kind of doing their due diligence on a lot of guys. They've had top 30 visits with Caleb Etienne from BYU, NC State's Anthony Belton, Oregon State's Gerard Christian Lichten, Kansas Bryce Cabaldu, and Washington State's Issa Poole. In addition to their top 30 visits, they had Kansas State's Easton Kilty, who was participating in the local pro day in the Kansas City area. Minnesota's Ariante Ursery spent time with the Kansas City Chiefs scout to wrap up his pro day. And also we talked to Josh Simmons, I believe, either at the combine. Apparently he met with us for a little bit. So they're doing their due diligence on the tackles. Obviously, Josh Simmons is a premier guy. The rest of these guys are more project type dudes, which we kind of take a project dude almost every year, it seems like. So JD, I've seen a lot of people saying, Albert Breer's report here, if they're letting him know they're interested in tackles, the top end guys, that's a smoke screen. Where do you stand on kind of obviously the top end guys has smoke screen, and where do you stand on us looking at some of these other guys?
So I'll say this. I think Albert Breers, I think he's absolutely correct. And this is what I've said all along. I think for me, I've said Josh Simmons is the guy to go to. If he's available, I say take him. Why? Because of his ability, what he's able to do. He's a rare talent to tackle. He's an NFL ready guy. My thing is because of obviously the patella tear that he had this past year is a concern. But the thing is, you got Jalen Moore there right now that can take over until he gets healthy, and that's fine. And then what happens the year after that, Marcus? Right? What happens the year after that? Because like he says in this message, up and down with Jawan Taylor, how's it going to look? What guys are going to do? So the Chiefs going to be looking probably long term to try to fill those roles. So if you're able to get, obviously, Simmons or Connolly, that's what you may want to go. And here's the thing. With that, those are the only guys that I've said. Simmons the only guy. Connolly, yeah, I could see that too. Okay, I think he'll be good. Maybe a little work. I don't know if he'll be starting day one. We know he probably won't, but give him a little time. He'll be a good NFL tackle. And then after that, when you start looking at best player, you got more defensive tackles that could probably fit their role. You got so many of them that you could probably wane on that the first round. Like, okay, we could kind of do something like that later. Running back, same thing. I said this other night. I said I think there's only 8 guys that are NFL ready from day one to come out there and tote the rock in the NFL. 8, okay? And obviously, everybody that we talked, he brought up here, Mario Hampton, Jetney, and Trayvon Henderson and Quishon Junkins, Caleb Johnson, all 5 of those guys definitely fit that bill. But I don't know if they'll go that high for being a number one. Could they get a guy later on? Absolutely. I think so. My guy in particular, I said Ali Gordon Jr. is one, right? Brace Shaw was another one. I was saying Venti is another guy I think fits our mode, what we can do. So they could probably get a guy like that later. If the need is tackle, if they sitting there saying long term, let's get a guy, do we go tackle, okay, and not pay a whole lot of money, get a young guy in here, as opposed to running back and get somebody a little bit later. Now, the list I showed you from, the help of my brother, Sean Barber sent that as well. We were talking about it in the chat. These tackles that you see right here in O-linemen are later round guys. They're later, like you said, somewhat of a project. I think these are more depth pieces, but could you get some out of these guys, maybe turn into maybe a blossom into a beautiful flower? Possibly. But more of these guys are just kind of fill-in roles. Irsay, he's a guy that I'm not as high on. I think me and Tage kind of talk about that a little bit. Could he turn into something with a little bit more work? Yeah, man, possibly. But these, like I said, these other guys, these other names, these are later round guys. They're later round guys. So if you're doing anything, it would have to be tackle, first round for sure. I think we need a defensive end that you can't miss, pass rusher, or defensive tackle, or the running back. Those are your 4-1s. I don't believe getting like a linebacker. So this is me. I don't believe like maybe getting a linebacker first round is the way to go. Or like say a safety or corner. I don't know if that's like that might not necessarily be your priority. So that's why I'm always going against like the best player available because it might, hey man, it depends on like my guy right here too. Druthers. I'm glad he's using Druthers. He's an older guy like me, so it's about what you want, tailored to what you need, and that's got to be a priority. So,
yeah, I'm with you. I'm out on Connerly. It's Simmons or don't draft a tackle in the first round. That's it. If Simmons drops 31, take Simmons. If not, don't just take a tackle. Just take a tackle. So on Simmons, we talked about this on the phone earlier, JD. So today was Ohio State's pro day, and it was reportedly from Stacey Dales, NFL insider, that the Chiefs had nobody at the Ohio State pro day, which to me is interesting, right? Because it's reported that we have met with Judkins. It's reported that we have met with we had conversations with Judkins. We had conversations with Josh Simmons.
Yeah.
But we don't show up to the pro day. I mean, we talked about this offline, but we're a month out from the draft. And, tomorrow is 4 weeks till draft day. Teams, each of them already have the priority list. They already have their rankings. They already have all this stuff. Bar any kind of big setbacks or crazy things that happen, those lists aren't changing. So they already obviously have if they like Judkins, they like Simmons. That's it. That's done. Now, does not going to a pro day, is that like a smoke screen in a way? Like to say like, hey, like, oh, let's dip out of that pro day so people don't think we're in on any of these Ohio State guys. What would be the rationale you see for either going to a pro day or not going to a pro day if you were a front office person?
I don't necessarily think it's a smoke screen. I think those guys up there at Ohio State, I think they already know who they got. I think they know what these guys are all about. What I need to go see a dude run another 40-yard dash for? For what? I watched him all years, got as much film on him. I've seen him in the Senior Bowl, and I've seen him at the Combine. I've had conversations with him personally from a team. I think we know what we got. And so, Marcus, like I told you before, the Chiefs got eyes. They don't get some information from other guys that say or believe me. That ain't, hey, not having anybody there representing doesn't mean these guys are not getting information on it. And so what do you do when you go up there now? Are you saying that they're out on Henderson, Junkins, Simmons, I mean, Sawyer? I mean, we name it. They got, 8 guys, if not 10 that you can draft from Ohio State that's going to be, guys you could count on in the NFL. So they know what they have up there. They don't need to see a guy take his shirt off to run a daggone 40. They know. If you're a daggone horse on a horse, they done seen it. We don't need to keep looking. We know what you got. Thank you. It's like you go to a dealership, right? You go out there, Marcus, you done seen. What's your favorite car? What you like? What you like, man? Fast guy. What you like?
Fast. I like fast.
Okay. Oh man, you see a nice Bugatti. Let's go there. Okay. All right. You seen this in videos. You watched it on TV. You seen it roll up and down the street for you several times. You get to the dealership. You see it in the car shows. Then all of a sudden they got a Bugatti coming to a different place. Do you need to go see that car another time to know that you want a Bugatti? You done see the 5 other places, okay? Done extensive homework on this joker. I don't think you need to go there to the dealership one more time to go see if it's still fast.
Waste of time to do that.
It's a waste of time, baby. If you're going to get it, right? If you're going to get it, go ahead and get it. So for the Chiefs, if they like any of those players, I say go up here and go get them. When the draft comes up, their names come in. You want the guy, you go get it. They've done every amount of homework on a guy. They know where he comes from, how he grew up, who his boys are, what his family's about, who his girlfriends are, what you did in the 2nd grade. This is extensive research that these teams do during this process. So one more time, it ain't gonna change anything unless something else comes up. Like we found out you got a new tear or something else happened and you got a DUI that we didn't know anything about, or whatever it may be. Other than that, hey, Jay just said 31st pick is more like a Dodge Charger. No, sir. No, sir. No, it isn't. No, sir. Chase, 31st pick, you can get you a nice guy for what you want. And for the 31st pick this year, we got everything that we want. Tackle, if he's available, defensive tackle, defensive end, half running back. Hey, you got wide receiver if you want it. Now you really got your druthers on this pick on 31st pick. So we'll see, man. We'll see what it's going to look like.
Yeah, I hope we don't come away from this draft where we go to this thing and guys like Tyreek Williams are there in the 2nd round we're picking, and like we don't draft him when he's clearly the best guy available, and if they avoid the Ohio State guys this draft, I'll be very concerned about this whole thing of them missing the pro day. But I like you said, they have all the information on all these guys at this point. I mean,
yeah.
By the way, do NFL teams do they hire like private eyes to get like not opposition research on players, but like to get research on players? I mean, is that how it goes?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
There's no way you're going to miss it. Look, trust me. When I was getting drafted, I found out they had guys that went to my hometown, talked to the police chief and the police station and all those different things. Went to my high school, went to my grade school, and wanted to find out who guys are. The guys that's doing the research, it's just not like pencil neck scouts. They hire guys that used to be, former CIA and FBI guys.
Wow.
It's when we talking about investing $30 million into a guy, you better know what he's all about. You better find out all of a sudden that this joker ain't just whatever he's doing. He sniffing cocaine off backs and, doing all type of other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna find that out when you get to the NFL. Like, man, we didn't know nothing about this.
Right.
If you did, then everybody else needs to be fired around you if something doesn't come out. Seriously. So that's how extensive it is, man.
Huh. Jeez. That's pretty I guess you're talking big money. I guess these billionaires can spend up to get a lot of research done on anyone they want. So
hey man, listen. The NFL's got plenty of money. And when them jokers decide they're not gonna open up their books all the way to show everybody how much money they got, they're doing their homework.
Yeah.
You already know it. So yeah, man. I've been through the process. I know it extensively, fully. And when I got into the league, I actually found out how deep of a process they actually go into. And it shocked me because I'm just like, wow. But when I start talking to guys, like, yeah, I was a former FBI agent. This is what I'm like, really? Like,
man.
Yeah, regular guys, man, where they like what's that, the Hawaiian shirts like Andy Reid and stuff. You never think these jokers is. So I've been in, FBI for daggone 25 years.
Jeez. You got Dick Tracy coming out of the woodwork to come and find you?
Man, I'm telling you. Man, I'm talking about they would actually follow guys to clubs, to their homes, surveillance pictures and stuff. So sometimes, and that's why, we didn't get to talk about this. I wanted to talk about this on Monday. But sometimes we hear these reports of guys, different people come out like, I heard he's got a problem, drinking problem, stuff like that. Sometimes, man, I don't know if those rumors are true because it could just be rumors, people talking. It could be haters out here like, oh, yeah, Jason Dunn hit me in my face. I was like, oh, really? You know who Jason Dunn is? Yeah, man, I know him. I'm like, dude, it's me. Like, they wouldn't even know. It's like, oh, okay. It's people just talking. Some people just want to be in proximity close to people and say somebody did something to them or whatever. Man, it's a lot of craziness out there, man. A lot of craziness. So yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah, all the years we do the show, I've never asked if they hire PIs to come look into these rookies before they get drafted. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. So Sasha said Lawrence Taylor or Michael Irvin wouldn't have been drafted today with a background check. Yeah, they would have. They knew exactly what they was getting. Hey, Sasha, they knew exactly who they were getting. They knew exactly who it was. They knew LT, everything he brought in. And I'm sure they talked to LT like, hey, man, look, just straighten up. We just need for you to straighten up for the game. Mike, too. He knew what Mike was doing. All that, man, down there in Dallas, stuff like that. They don't act like they might come out there like almost some of the stuff coming out there like, I don't know what's going on. Really?
In some cases, the juice is worth the squeeze. In some cases.
I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Witchy Hall says like how they missed all the warning signs on Aaron Hernandez. That's another one too. And they claim that they had no idea any of that stuff was going on. I mean, but I believe he was drafted late for character concerns.
Lie. That's what I'm saying. They knew exactly who that joker was.
Yeah.
They heard all the reports on it. And what they wanted to do, sweep it under the rug. They thought they was going to be able to handle it and manage it. And that's some of the arrogance of particular organizations.
The Patriots, yeah.
Absolutely.
You adjust to the Patriot way and they'll take care of you.
Right. oh, you better come here and do it the way we're going to do it. If not, we're going to get rid of you and cut you and stuff like that. Man, some guys just don't care. And then you give guys a chance because they are talented. It happens. It absolutely happens. One guy, man, God rest his soul, Lawrence Phillips. Lawrence Phillips, Coach Vermeil said when he drafted Lawrence Phillips, he knew everything about him, man. He wanted to try to help save him. Want to get him into an environment that he was hoping that, he'd be able to change his way. And he just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it, man. Sometimes people just can't get out of their own way. Sometimes and people take chances on folks. So, Lonnie Pyramid said, Aaron, they knew he was wild before. They knew all the reports. They knew that. Yeah. I mean, come on. This is Miami. You get every police report that's on there. They know exactly what's going on the team, who all the, boosters, all that. All of that, man.
Yeah. Well, no, it was Gainesville, Florida. UF.
Yeah.
Gainesville.
Yeah.
And the police there were kind of in bed with the other team, so like they kind of like they would try to put a damper on things.
Yeah, shoot, them jokers are all corrupt sometimes. Yeah, you start realizing you partying with the police at times. You don't even know it.
Yeah. Lonnie, how old am I? I'm 31 years old, Lonnie. I am 31. A young 31, my man.
Young guy. Young.
I don't know. I'm getting whites by the day, though, JD. See, it's going back and back, man. It's going all the way back. I used to just have this, but now it's starting to go back.
So, do the Dashes get white hair young? Is that like a trait that y'all have?
So I'm the only one who was, maybe Tasia was, but I was the only one that was born with like the white like patch right here. So I had like a white patch here growing up. So this kind of was, I've always had this, but now it's starting to go back big time.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, 25. I appreciate that, Lonnie. I appreciate that, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, somebody asked me the other day if I dye my hair. I was at the gym in the sun. I was like, "Did you dye your hair white?" I'm like, "No, I don't dye my temples white. No, I'm not doing that."
You thought you was gonna be Reed Richards.
Yeah.
You gotta be Dr. Strange or Reed Richards or somebody.
Mr. Fantastic. No.
Yeah, right.
Lonnie said even Larry Johnson. I mean, did LJ have things at Penn State? I mean,
no, I don't think LJ had anything in Penn State. He didn't really have anything in Penn State because his dad was up there.
Ah, right.
He wasn't gonna do nothing around his pops. Shoot. No, sir. Nah, Larry, look. I know Larry kind of gets a bad rap now because some of the things, however it is that people look at him at and the things he says, man, is inflammatory and whatnot, man. This is my brother, and I love him. And look, we don't know what people go through. But hey, Larry's a good guy, dude. He was a good guy. Sometimes when you get in certain situations and, we don't quite know how fame and all those things do you, or you don't quite know what things get to the point like where like dudes just, get into situations that they don't need to be in. He's no different. I don't think any of us are immune to doing stupid things. None of us are. None of us. So Tasia said I had to take the diapers off. Well, that's what
that's what Coach Vermeil said, right?
Yeah, said take the diapers off. Yeah, need to grow up a little bit. He came in and rushed about 150. I guess he's like, I guess you ain't got no diaper now. You're a grown man.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So.
All right, so we're going to get to our final topic. This is more of a quick take. So obviously everyone knows Rashee Rice had the devastating knee injury last year in the Chargers game. Ironically, the guy who intercepted that pass that Rashee Rice hurt his knee on, that guy's now on our team now, which is just funny how things work out. But suffered an LCL injury that requires surgery. In a February interview, he revealed that he was doing blood flow restriction training to strengthen his muscle groups and further his knee's range of motion. Now he's showing some signs of progress in his rehab and recovery, and these are the videos that we've seen over the last few days on social media. So here is Rashee Rice doing his thing. Look at that. Look at good as new. He's gonna be back better than ever by the time the season comes around. Yeah, this was today. I mean, he's looking good, JD. What do you think?
He's looking good, man. I say he's probably about 75%, 75, 80% easy to where, for where he could be 100%. I mean, all looks promising. So you could tell he's got the stability. He's been working on that. So the other thing he's now going to be working on getting to this point is explosion. And that's what he's missing. So when you do that, the explosion part, so that's what bag jumps and all of this, they're like they're running back and forth, like they're planting and pushing and all that. That explosion. He looks good. He looks good, man. He's coming along wonderfully. He's putting in some work too, man. That's good. It's good.
Yeah, the place he's training at, the Alchemy, whatever it's called, Quinshawn Judkins also is training there too. So Judkins and Rashee Rice training in the same facility, but there's a million athletes training there, so it's not much of a connection there.
Yeah. Hey, Rashee, go down and go get a Junkins. Go train with him. How about that?
To wrap it all together, actually, JD, it kind of goes into why they didn't go to the pro day. They have Rashee Rice working with them. Rashee Rice knows what's going on with Judkins. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. He's on the chat with Eddie. Hey, man, what's up? Quinshawn, what's up, man? Yeah, hey, yeah, I'm doing all right. So, no, but that's promising work right there. I'm glad to see it. These things, it takes time. And so getting to the place where you're fully healed, be able to come back and be your old self is like what we're looking for. So, yeah, I'm the Brown. Hopefully no more than 4 game suspension for Rice. We still got to see how that all is going to shake out and play out.
I will say this. Based on these videos, it seems like he will be ready for the start of the season. I will say this. If he's not ready, and let's say he is ready, but just by the skin of his teeth, get to the time we get to 4 game suspension, I'll take those 4 games to make sure he's like ready by the time he does come back for week 5 or week 6. I mean, if that is the case. So, the suspension, not necessarily the worst thing in the world to give him a little bit extra rest and extra time to get that knee right before throwing him in the fire.
No, do it the first of the season. If you go ahead and get it over with, that'd be fine. Go ahead and do it that way if you want to. Yeah, like you said, to give him extra time to go ahead and get ready and get right. And I think we can hold down the fort for sure with the guys that we got. So we still got Xavier Worthy. We still got Hollywood Brown. We still got Juju. We still got Travis Kelce, Kareem Hunt, Isaiah Pacheco, Sky Moore. We still got guys here. Guys. Noah Gray, Jared Wiley. We got guys. And we're going to get some other guys too. We're going to get some guys in the draft as well that's going to come in and do whatever we're going to do. I got Ross. Ross is still in the building, baby.
Yes,
Ross
he is.
Yeah.
We got that's our jump ball guy. No one else can do what he's doing. Still, now Hopkins is gone now, so Ross can get number 8 again now that Hopkins is gone, and then he can get the jump ball guy in the offense.
Hey man, it's the time to take it over, ain't it? Shoot.
It's been the time to take it over the last 3 years, JD.
Yeah. Well, maybe we need to use him, for these games to see exactly what he got. And we got Nico Remigio and Nico too.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's some guys that they can help us in the draft wide receiver wise. There's some guys out there, man. I like. We get it later.
Where do you see? So Rice obviously last year, Xavier hadn't come on yet. Xavier had to come on after Rice gets hurt. Where is Rice? Because Rice obviously was on pace for ridiculous numbers before he got hurt. He was obviously the wide receiver on our team last year. When he comes back, what is the kind of the pecking order here, or is it not really much of a pecking order? It's just kind of like one game it's Xavier's, one game it's Hollywood, one game it's Rice.
That's how we've been rocking, brother. That's how we've been rocking. One day it might be, somebody blows it out the water. Next week it's somebody else. The good thing is we got some ballers. That's a fact. That's a fact. So the one thing we're not short on is athletes and speed. We got that everywhere. Okay. And shoot, we got something to give. So I'm not worried about that at all. So if you want to say Rashee Rice is up here, Hollywood Brown or Xavier Worthy, three amigos, however you ever work it in, man, who's ever having a good game, let's go for it. Let's get it. Keep feeding it. Keep feeding the machine. So, yeah, Marcus, that's the way it is. Because, look, Hollywood Brown, he's a number one receiver, has been over the years, okay, has shown that. Rashee Rice, because he's played, number one receiver. Xavier Worthy, we could sit there and say that what he was able to do last year warrants him to be a starting receiver in this league and number one, possibly, you know? And so for us, we don't really have a number one, do we? We always, I mean, Rashee Rice kind of, ascended to the number one before he got hurt. But it's what the offense is, brother. Pat is going to throw who's open.
Yep. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that brings us to the end of the episode. We hope everybody enjoyed the episode of the new signings or bring them back to some of the old guys. But I hope everybody enjoyed it. And, we'll see you guys Monday for another prospect show. JD, when you go see Chad, please give him my love. Give everybody's love that's in the chat. We all love you guys. The Chief Concerns family is a family. The Duns, the Dashes, all of you guys. It's all one big family, and we all support each other and hold each other up as much as we can.
Absolutely, man. And like I said before, man, we appreciate it. Thank you, just showing us, man, all your grace and your love and support for my family, and we'll continue to do you all. So that's always what we preach, and that's what we do. That's how we act. And so we always going to be good people with one another, hold each other up. Appreciate each and every one of you all. I can't say it enough. And so, hey, with that, you all, good to see you all, and we will see y'all next week without a doubt. Everybody else that's in there, and not just my family, but with G-Pick, Stu, and everybody else that's in the hospital or dealing with certain things, everybody get well, okay? Y'all get well. And we'll keep, like I said before, man, this is what we hear. We're going to bow up together, baby. Bow up together. And so let's keep supporting each other, y'all. All right? Hey, say goodnight to everybody. Laura Zinser, Witchy Hall, good to see you. Take care of yourself and each other. That's right, Witchy. Couldn't have said it better than myself. Demetrio Spence, Linda Hunter, Sasha, Buck and Bob, take on Chiefs Keenan, my brother, man. Appreciate it. Y'all go see Buck and Bob. Y'all go check them out on your podcast. Hey, Buck and Bob, let everybody know what time y'all come on so everybody can see your time so they can make your show. And then maybe get it a little bit later. They can probably check it out a little bit later. I don't know if y'all do it live or not. But either way, y'all go visit them, okay? Y'all go check them out, okay? And go and subscribe to those guys, right? Justin the Way, appreciate you, Justin. Lonnie Pyramid, appreciate you, my brother. Iko is there. Monday's around 7 Central. Okay, cool beans. Okay, so like I said, man, we had to do a collab or something, Marcus. Should get them brothers on, man. Talk a little bit. So
let's do it.
You can help me out, man. We are for it, man. That's what we're here for. So, Iko, good to see you. Buck and Bob, my brother. Thank you again. Maria Desjarnes, appreciate it. Good to see you, Maria, as always. Tage is out here. Tage is funny, man. Just don't teach me how to drive. Tage, man. Come on, Brad. Tage is silly. All right, Humphrey Brown, my guy. Appreciate it, my man. Hopefully no more 4 games. Yes, sir. We were talking about that before. Andre Chanel, appreciate it. Appreciate it, my brother. Stu, my brother. Take care. I will be talking to you. Get well soon. Get up. Get out. Let's get it going, baby. Let's get it going, okay? Pushing for you, man. Love you, brother. The Barbershop, appreciate you, guy. Appreciate you, my brother. Who else we got on here as well? I think we talked about Sasha. I think I already said to you. Gary Holland, appreciate it, Gary. Demetrio Spence, I think I might have said it already. Maybe Demetrio, I'll say it again. I don't mind saying your name twice. Marion Oliver, good to see you, Marion. Let me see. Who else we got here? G-Pick. Like I said before, man, get well, bro. Get well. By the time we get back on here, you should be up and at 'em. Next time we get on Money, man, I want to hear you talking about you two-stepping, okay? Two-stepping G-pick. That's what I want to hear, all right? Because you're rugged in, man. My brother Kendrick, Fishback. Ken, appreciate you, my brother. Love you. Joe E., good to see you, man. Dunkins, good to see you, Dunkins. So Leo later in his contract. Yeah, Leo comes later. We don't need to deal with anything yet right now. They got time for Leo. Let me see who else we got on here. The DeMonte Green Beans. Hey, keep those airborne squats or whatever you're doing. Okay, keep those up. I'm going to look those up, man, because like I said, I'm trying to incorporate some different things into my workouts, bro.
Flutter till you puke, JD. Flutters till you puke.
Oh yeah, we ain't doing that though. We ain't puking on that. So we're gonna get some work in though. We definitely gonna get the work in though. DeMonte Green Beans, appreciate it.
Appreciate the contribution, Marion. Meant to post it later.
It, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see what else we got on here. Good show. Good talk. I'm glad, man. Everybody came out tonight just supporting us. Neff, appreciate you for being on here. Take care. I will see you later. Be down there to holler at you. Love you. Hey, listen, y'all be good. Take care. God bless. We will see y'all next week. Like what you said, hey, y'all take care of one another. All right? Hold each other up. Marks, my brother, love you, man. Okay, y'all be safe. Take care. All right? Enjoy yourselves. We will see y'all Monday.
See you Monday, everybody. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Chief Concerns. And we will see you guys Monday for some more college prospects.
Yeah. That's it.
Have a good week. Have a good weekend, everybody. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.